So we'll do some quite traditional Shuto, and then we'll get a little bit creative with Shuto, and then we'll look at Shutos into the Nukites. Okay. So obviously we got Shutos that go Shuto 45, then we got the Shutos that go forwards. There is reason for that. Generic and or general and specific reasons. So we'll do the one that goes 45. We've done this one quite a lot, but we'll drill it again. Which is, and we kind of marry this with the one that we did earlier, actually. So the classic Shuto wrap around the arm 45. Yeah, pretty fanciful, but works awesome. What if it doesn't? So we could do this sen no sen if you wanted to. It might work. Where you're going to wrap around the arm. And again, be overwhelming about it. Then do it go no sen, so here and then strike. The difference being with this one is we're actually wrapping the arm. We're not going anywhere. We're stuck in it. We got this arm. We've gone in for the neck. This means war, right? Then we got the one where we did the two blocks. So again, it's going pear shaped. So he's done a punch. I've got to do something, but he's got in again, and I'm zigzagging it. Okay, so we can marry that with the Heian Pinan Shodan earlier. We'll try one from a bridge as well. Now, don't look at this and think, well, no one does this in a fight. But what you've got to remember is that fights aren't as clean as they look in the movies. They do get messy. So a lot of these drills are starting from some form of neutral position, like the clinch. You know, this is quite a perfect neutral position where we're both level, right? But fights probably won't look like that, but there'll be something like that. So it's a good, almost like a kamae position, like a good sort of start from there, a neutral position. So the bridge is the same. So if things were getting messy, it might be that I'm trying to get punches in, and Greg's maybe he's crashing, he's bringing the arms up. Maybe he's trying to do the same to me. So it becomes like this, and then we start bridging anyway. Okay, so we're going to do quite a neutral bridge, which is just the arms connected. And there's an infinite number of stuff we can do here. You've seen stuff like grabbing the wrist, Gidan Bryce, but we did this in our Heian Shodan week. But from here, we're gonna put the Shuto into this. So we're gonna cripple this elbow. We're gonna push the elbow in and Shuto in this way. Okay? And that nicely puts that, we say it's a Nukite. If you spend your days Nukiteing buckets of sand, then absolutely do that. I wouldn't advise it, but it's your world, you do what you want. But push the elbow in. So this is overwhelming. I'm taking what is already a degree of form and restricting it. So for a brief moment, I even have the mental advantage as well. I'm crushing that structure, banging for that Shuto. Okay. Then we look at like the Shuto into the Nukite. So if we were doing, so let's say we were doing the Shuto from here. So we were using this as the Shuto, but instead of coming in the Shuto from the inside, we're doing Shuto from the outside. So there's no reason why we couldn't do. I can't really do a Shuto from here. I'm not really at the right angle. Certainly for a Shotokan Shuto, or to do a more Okinawa or a mod or an Okinawan or Wado kind of Shuto. I might come in with the elbow that way, but I'm having to go over a mound, which isn't really ideal. But I can use something straight, so I can strike in this way. I could go in for a punch. We're just giving each other options. Okay, so we could go in for a nice Teisho, side of the head, round the back of the head, catch the ear. I wouldn't come further around this way, round to the side of the face, because then we start risking hurting our wrist. There's no point in doing anything if it's going to risk hurting yourself over the other person. His head is stronger than my wrist. Boss, we could agree on that. You know, you can do all the weight training in the world, but there's not a lot of muscle around the wrist. So if we're going to do this, do it more like a ricochet than an actual blow. Is to, like, we're sort of bang like that, sliding off the side of the head. Okay. We could also do this. I was shown applications like this where you sort of go over the arm. We could turn this into an arm bar if we wanted to, but just stick for now. Stick with. Otherwise, we'll do too many. So we got the classic Shuto strike. We got, don't do it at the same time actually. So we do here and then I go to do something to strike the other side, gets a little bit messy. Make this, if you want to make this a little less compliant, make it a little more realistic, you can do. Then we have the bridge. We're pressing the elbow and striking in. You can also do this if you want to. You can compress and come off to the side. Gives you a little bit more of the back and come in for the Shuto. Don't go too far, otherwise again you'll have to come over that shoulder. Okay. And then you've got the one where this is the Shuto. Probably advised to grab, I would at this point, and then strike the ear round the side of the head. Okay? I was always taught hit something hard with something soft, hit something soft with something hard. So if I'm going for the skull, a nice palm heel strike will work, but again the wrist won't hack it. So ricochet off the side. For a brief moment though, they'll lose their vision and they'll lose their consciousness for a brief moment. That gives you a lot of time to do something. Okay? So a few to play with there.